Hello everybody, welcome back to EduTap. As the detailed notification of the IFSC Grade A 2025 is now out, now it's time for you to understand the syllabus in the comprehensive manner. Therefore, we have brought this particular special video for you wherein we will tell you the complete syllabus for the upcoming IFSC Grade A 2025. Right? So watch this particular video till the end and I will let you know the topics which you have to study in the IFSC Grade A paper. Right, now let's start this video, but before I start, EduTap is offering you a free ebook which will help you to get the previous year questions of the IFSC Grade A for the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. Now you might ask me that why this ebook is important. Definitely because you will get to know that what level of PYQs is there in the IFSC Grade A. You have to analyze these previous year questions so that you can make your study plan accordingly. Right, for example, commerce and accounts, costing, you have the components of finance and management also, but to what particular level you have to study, what is the depth in which you have to study these components, this you can only answer once you analyze the previous year questions. Okay, so if you want to download your free copy right now, go in the description box. This link will be available to you from which you can download the free copy of yours totally free. Okay, now let's start this particular video, my friends. First, we will understand the syllabus of phase 1 and then we will move ahead to phase 2. Now in phase 1, there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, right? And this is what the syllabus looks like. This is what the pattern looks like, right? So I'm only talking about the journal stream. I'm not talking regarding anything other than journal. Okay, so for paper 1, if you see, you have the component of quant, reasoning, English and your current affairs, right? And each section will have 25 questions. Each section will have how many questions? 25. Each question will be of 1 mark. So your overall weightage for quant will be 25 marks, for reasoning again 25, for English again 25, and for current again 25. Right? So the total will come as 100, which you can see. Right? 100 marks is maximum. But you will only get 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, to attempt all these different questions from quant, reasoning and English and current affairs. Mind you, there is a predetermined cutoff also, which is 30%. So you get 31, you get anything above 30, definitely you will clear paper 1. So you don't have to wait for cutoffs. Cutoffs are already given in this year notification also, right? And mind you, the level of quant, reasoning, English over here is not tough. It is manageable. By manageable I mean easy to moderate, right? And again, in quant, reasoning, English, if you are preparing for RBI, NABARD, IDI or for any other exam like PFRD also, continue your preparation over here as well. You don't have to change any new strategy. Right, the most important topic in quant will be your data interpretation, along with some other miscellaneous topics, like you have the topics of approximation, simplification, quadratic equation. So just keep on doing the practice for these topics. Then you have reasoning. In reasoning, the most important topic will be your puzzles and seating arrangement. But if you are not comfortable with puzzles and seating arrangement, then you can do the topics of, I would say, miscellaneous stuff like syllogism, inequality, blood relation, all of that stuff. Then comes your English. English mein to you just have to practice with the help of mocks, right? So just give the mocks, analyze the mistakes which you are doing and do not repeat them in future. So frankly speaking, there is no syllabus of quant, reasoning and English. Whatever preparation you are doing for other regulatory bodies exam, you can continue the same over here. But if you are only preparing for IFSCA, then practice the basic chapters of DI in quant. DI stands for what? Data interpretation. You can practice arithmetic chapters also, like time, speed and distance, time and work, right? Percentages, ratios. So you have to just do some 5 to 6 chapters. That will do good, because after all you just have to get 30 out of 100, right? You just have to get 30 out of 100, right? You can also do current affairs. Current affairs I will come a bit later, but right now I'm only talking about QRE, right? So you will get 25 questions from each component. If you are not comfortable with quant, then skip it. Do the questions of reasoning and English then, right? So you just have to clear the cutoff in your, I would say, what, paper 1. Right, now let's talk about current affairs. Current affairs you have to do for at least 3 months, at least. Or if you have less time, then you can do for 2 months also, right? But 3 months will give you a good edge. It will give you a good, I would say, advantage also. And in current affair, again, whatever you are doing for other regulatory bodies exam, you can continue the same over here as well. But if you are doing for IFSCA specific, like you are only studying for IFSCA and you are not studying for any other regulatory body, then definitely in current affairs you have to do banking stuff, banking related current affair, finance related current affair. You can also do the stuff related to, I would say, what, certain reports and schemes, but they are not that much important over here. Just do the banking current affairs and basic finance current affairs. You can follow our current tab 360 on YouTube channel itself. This will be more than enough to do it. Right, so this is all about current affairs. Current affair means you don't have to invest too much of your time, right? But if you do current affairs, it will help you in paper 1 and it will also help you in paper 2. I will let you know how. But if you have to clear paper 1, it's not a big task. Why? Because you just have to get 30. You just have to get 30. For example, I'm very weak in quant, so I will do next 75 क्वेश्चन, because quant के 25 क्वेश्चन निकाल दिए मैंने. अब मेरे पास 75 क्वेश्चंस बचे, रीजनिंग के, इंग्लिश के एंड करंट अफेयर्स के. ईच सेक्शन हैज 25, राइट. आपको सिर्फ 75 क्वेश्चंस मिले, राइट. आपने क्वांट हटा दिया, उसमें सिर्फ आपको 30 मार्क्स के ऊपर लाना है. This is how the paper 1 is in IFSCA. So it's very easy to clear the paper 1 cutoff. Now let's talk about the paper 2. In paper 2, mind you, my friends, there are multiple topics, like multiple questions on journal knowledge, current events of national and international importance, economic and social development, management, accountancy, commerce, finance and costing, Indian economy, global economy, 5-year plans and whatnot. So we will break all of this, paragraph for you. But first, please remember, there will be 50 question. Each question will be of 2 mark, and there will be a negative marking in both the papers, paper 1 also and paper 2 also. 1/4 will be deducted for your negative marking. Now, if you see, 100 marks are maximum for paper 2. You have 60 minutes over here, again 1 hour. So in paper 1 also 1 hour, in paper 2 also 1 hour. And you have the I would say paper cutoff. There is no sectional cutoff. There is only paper cutoff. Okay. So in paper 2 you have to get 40. In paper 2 you have to get 40. 40 out of what? 100. So in paper 1 you just need to get 30 out of 100. In paper 2 you get 40 out of 100. Right? And then there is an overall cutoff also, which is of 40%. 40% of what? 200. 40% of 100 plus 100, which will be 200, right? So you have to clear 3 cutoffs over here. Paper 1 cutoff you have to clear 30 out of 100. Paper 2 cutoff you have to clear, which is 40 out of 100, and then you also have to clear the overall cutoff. Those who have given SEBI grade A previously, or if you have attempted previous attempt of IFSC, this is like very common, 30, 40 and 80. Right, so you have to clear these 3 cutoffs. Now see, my friends, many people try to maximize their score in paper 2. Some will try to maximize their score in paper 1 also. So just make sure that you get good enough marks to clear the overall cutoff also. Right, for example, you are getting 30 in paper 1 and 40 in paper 2. So you have cleared the individual cutoff of paper 1 and paper 2. You have cleared the individual cutoff of paper 1 and paper 2, but you have not cleared the overall cutoff. Look at your marks, 30 plus 40 will be 70 only. Is it above 80? No. So make sure that if you are getting 30 in paper 1, you need to get at least, I would say, what? 80 minus 30, which is 50. Once you have 30 in paper 1, 50 in paper 2, then only your overall score will be 80, which is the cutoff of overall section. So this is how you have to play smart. Now, let's move ahead to paper 2. In paper 2, my friends, first we have journal knowledge, current events of national and international importance. Let me show you some previous year question. The Prime Minister of India addressed which edition of Global FinTech? This was the question of 2024. If you see again, UPI now has been launched between India and which country? So these questions have appeared in paper 2 as well. Right? In paper 1, obviously you have current affairs. The same knowledge of current affairs can be used in paper 2 as well. Therefore, I said that current affairs you should do for 3 months, which will help you in paper 1 also, and it will also help you in paper 2. Right? In paper 2, if you see, you have to do current affairs, but the same preparation which you were doing in paper 1 can be continued. Right? So current affairs, whatever you are doing for banking, for finance, expect, and for some other current affair which are related to national and international importance, that you can bring forward. Right. Next, in phase 1 paper 2, the next component which you have to target is economic and social development. In economic and social development, there are two different I would say units: growth and development and social structure. Now in these particular topics, like in this particular set of topics, just do the basic understanding, or just cover the basic understanding. There is no need to become an expert, right? Like in multiculturalism, demographic trends. In demographic trends, you can read the basic stuff like what is demographic dividend, right? You can quote the example of India and compare it with Japan, right? So in growth and development and social structure in India, just try to understand the basic topics. There is no need to become an expert in these topics. And if you see the questions which are coming from this particular set of your subject, they are very basic only, and these are static questions. Like you can see what are the core components of population studies, right? Which age group of population is considered for calculation of India's literacy rate? So all of this is given in the static components only, right? So first you cover the current affairs of paper 2, then you have economic and social development, which is integral part of paper 2 again. Then let's move forward. There are certain more questions which you can see. Which of the following is an indicator of PLFS, right? It will definitely be marked under this chapter of poverty generation in India. What factors influence demand of money in goods market? Very basic. You can definitely read this in your national income chapter, right? Then comes a very big component, which is commerce and accounts. Now mind you, my friends, if I again go to my pattern PDF, if I again go to my pattern, sorry, slide, not PDF, right? Over here I have 50 questions. From 50 questions I just have to get 30 right, because if you do 30 into 2 you will get 60. 60 is a very good score in paper 2. So please understand that 50 में से आपको 30 क्वेश्चन ही सही करने हैं, and these 30 क्वेश्चन should be absolutely right, right? अब ये 30 क्वेश्चंस आप कौन से सेक्शन से चूज करते हो, that is totally up to you, right? Nobody is saying you to do commerce and accounts and costing. If you are not comfortable with commerce and accounts and costing, then leave them. Do the components of economics and social development, do the component of current affairs. So you just have to get 30 right. That will be a very safe score for all of you. Now let's move forward, my friends. Let's continue our practice. Now we are moving ahead to commerce and accounts. In commerce and accounts, if you do this much of studies, then definitely it will take a lot of time. So in commerce and accounts, what chapters are important, that I will tell you. First, recording of transaction, wherein you understand ledger, journal, debit and credit, basic journal, basic debit and credit, like how to record a transaction, that stuff. Then you have to understand what is trial balance. Then you have to understand cash flow, funds flow, financial statement analysis and ratio analysis, and then the last you can do final accounts. I don't think you need to go into too much of accounting standards, because that will take a lot of your time. But yes, if you want to do the basic stuff, you can obviously do it. It is totally up to you. Okay, but these are my top 4 chapters which definitely will make to my cut of commerce and accounts, right? And see the questions. Which of the following is an example of current asset? This you will read in the very first chapter only, which is recording of transactions. High inventory turnover ratio, it has been taken from your ratio analysis. Now these questions are not tough. These questions are very easy, but it will be easy for only those students who have covered these easy to moderate chapters. Okay, rest you can avoid, like you can avoid the chapter of ESOP, employee stock option, because that is definitely very lengthy, right? But if you want to do the basic stuff, you can do it. Depends upon your background, right? But these 4 chapters or these 4 different units are very important, which you all have to do. Then comes your management. See, in management they have given you a big syllabus, but this syllabus is not that much big. It includes chapters like motivation, then you have communication, right? Then you have the chapter of leadership, then you have the chapter of journal management, HRD, and corporate governance. These are the chapters which you have to do at the same time, right? Management and its nature, which will be a topic of journal management. Role of manager will be given to you in the leadership chapter and in journal management also. Leadership styles, human resource development, motivation, communication, and corporate governance. So these are the list of 6 chapters which you have to do. And in management, I will not advise you to leave any chapter. You have to do it all, because management is bit scoring. Management is bit scoring, I would say, what, for IFSC grade A. So if you see current affairs, you can do management, you can do some selective stuff. You can do some selective stuff from commerce and accounts, and make sure that you are getting 30 correct in your paper 2. Just get 30 corrects anyhow and then. Right? Who proposed path goal theory? Like this is directly question taken from your motivation chapter. What type of informal communication happens between individual communicating with the selective people whom they trust? So this is again taken from the chapter of communication over here. Right? So all of the concept in management are quite doable. Then we come to finance. Now finance over here is not core finance. This is very journal finance. Right? Now finance is bit lengthy, but it is easy. Finance is lengthy, but it is bit easy. In finance, you can see the questions which have appeared in the paper, and all these chapters are important. The most important one will be equity market, money market, bond market. These are definitely important. Role and functions of regulatory bodies is also important. right? Then there are some journal topics which are like derivatives, recent development in financial sector, financial inclusion, ASF, alternative sources of finance, FRBM, fiscal policy, and all of that stuff. Mind you, if you have covered PFRDA preparation, if you have covered PFRDA 2025 and you have given it seriously, then definitely a lot of overlapping is happening. In PFRDA you study management, you study finance also, you study the component of, I would say, commerce, costing as well. All of them can be used in IFSC also. And this is a very great opportunity for SEBI grade A students also, because in SEBI also you study these subjects. IFSC is also asking you the basics of these subjects only, right? Next in my list is costing. In costing, again, don't worry that much. You just have to remember what, that unit 1, 2 and 4, unit 1, 2 and this fourth one, this is first, this is second and fourth, are very very important. From the third one you can just do the basic numericals. For example, in standard costing and marginal costing, just do the basic numericals. There is no need to become an expert. But yes, the most important chapter in costing will be your lean system. Even if you analyze the PFRD grade A phase 1 paper, it has a lot of questions from unit 4 only. So please give priority towards, I would say, what, unit 4. That is definitely an important component for your syllabus. Next, my friends, is Indian economy and global economy. Now over here you will see some technical topics of economics. Mind you, previously we have seen what, economics and social development, economics and social development, which was over here, right? Second topic, economic and social development. But they have added another dimension of economics which goes by the name of Indian economy and global economy. So if you take my view, I would have avoided it because this is very very technical, like ISLM curve, demand and supply for money. You have, I would say, basics related to Phillips curves as well and whatnot. So if you want to avoid it, you can avoid, but if you love economics, then definitely you should do it, right? And then you have the topic related to central government initiatives and schemes in the financial sector. So over here again, it's a kind of an extension of your current affairs only. So you have to cover what, current events of national and international importance. You have to cover economic survey and union budget to cover this particular topic, which is central government initiative and schemes in the financial sector. But mind you, this is just current affairs only. Okay, this is just current affairs, right? And for Indian economy and global economy, I have told you, you have to do the chapters, but the weightage is not that much high. So if I am on your place, I would have skipped it, because first of all it's technical and the input output ratio in this particular topic is not that high. Okay, so this completes our phase 1. Again, in phase 1 there are paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1, quant, reasoning, English plus current affair, is doable. Current affairs you have to do for 3 months, right? At least 3 months. If you have less time, then 2 is also good. And for phase 1 paper 2, phase 1 paper 2, I have told you all the components, but you just need to get 30 correct. That's it. Now we are moving to phase 2. In phase 2 again there are 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is English descriptive, wherein you will get the topics of essay, RC and Prezi. Prezi writing, essay writing and reading comprehension. So over here, mind you, my friends, you have to just keep on practicing and practicing. Essay you have been writing very, I would say, earlier before time as well, by which I mean you would have practiced essay in your SEBI grade A exam, in your PFRD grade A exam and in multiple other exams also. Right, so you can do essay writing. Then you have Prezi writing also. In Prezi writing, we all know that what are the basic fundamentals of Prezi writing, right? So over here you don't have to worry much. You can watch the videos which we have already released on YouTube, right? So you can watch this particular stuff, and mind you, this you only have to start once you clear phase 1. Once you clear phase 1, right? So right now focus on your, I would say, what, phase 1 only, paper 1 and paper 2. Yes, you can prepare for phase 2 one after your phase 1, because पहले आपको phase 1 clear करना है, तभी जाके phase 2 में आओगे, right? Now in you, if you see in phase 2 paper 2, you have multiple components starting with IFSC Act, Union Budget and Economic Survey, Capital Market and Bullion Market, Banking, Insurance, Pension Funds, Gift City, Gift, IFSC and IFSC again, and you have your Global Financial Centers. See, first, when it comes to IFSC Act, read the Bayer Act. It's not that much big. You can read that particular act in which they have mentioned that why the IFSC has been established, what is the role and functions of IFSCA. So it's like a kind of a theoretical topic. You can make your own short notes if needed, or download the short notes which we have given in the course. Then comes your Union Budget and Economic Survey. This we are already doing for your phase 1. This we are already doing for your phase 1 paper 2. So do it again, same preparation, right? So I don't think that you will need that much of time for IFSC Act and Union Budget, because these are very much doable, right? And then you have the components of capital market, bullion, banking and insurance, right? But before I come to this, please understand that in paper 2 again you have 50 question of 2 mark, and over here you do not have to see the cutoff, because over here you have to score as high as possible, right? So once you score as high as possible, the cutoff is taken care of, and the individual weightage of paper 1 and paper 2 are also there, like 1/3 and 2/3. This is again the same thing which we do in SEBI and PFRDA, right? Now let's come to the subjects. IFSCA Union Budget I have explained you. Capital market and banking ko you can combine. Like see, whatever you have understood in finance, you are seeing finance in paper, you are seeing finance in phase 1 paper 2, right? You are seeing finance in phase 1 paper 2. Same preparation mein you can do the components of capital market and banking also, right? Equity is a capital market component, debt is also a capital market component. So will you study anything extra? No, whatever you have studied in phase 1 you can continue in phase 2 as well, right? So please focus on my words. Banking or capital market are nothing, these are just the components of finance which you have already done in phase 1 paper 2, right? Yes, you have to do bullion separately, बुलियन अलग से करना पड़ेगा, and you also have to do one topic which is spot and derivative markets for your, I would say, commodities. So that topic, these two topics are separate, like bullion and the spot and derivative market. This you have to do separately, otherwise whatever you have understood in the IFSC Grade A Phase 1 Paper 2, that can be understood over here as well कि ये finance की ही component है, right? Then comes your insurance, and by the way, in your capital market, banking structure, banking awareness and RBI functions, these are again done in the finance topic only. Now comes your insurance. In insurance, what you have to do, the basic principles, obviously, what is insurance contract, what are the basic principles of it, how many parties are there. Then you have to read insurance products and lines. You have to also cover the components of underwriting, reinsurance, double insurance and whatnot. So insurance, if you have prepared for a die, then you can use it over here as well. But if you have not prepared for a die, then you have to start from scratch for insurance, right? Then comes your pension funds, gift city and global financial center. In pension funds, you just have to do the topics of EPF, APY and NPS, right? PPF is your public provident fund, NPS is your national pension system, EPF is your employee provident fund, and then you have your APY, which is Atal Pension Yojana. So if you have prepared for PFRDA, same syllabus is there in PFRD also, same syllabus is there in IFSC also, right? So in pension, there is no need to worry, you just have to cover the basic topics of Atal Pension Yojana, national pension system, you have your employee provident fund and public provident fund, okay? And next two are again related to IFSC only, like you have to cover IFSCA, IFSC, gift city and gift IFSC, right? So these are the different websites you can go and see on, or these are the different things or the topics which you have to study on, right? And yes, you can directly go on their website also to read about IFSCA in a greater detail. So that's it, my friend. And yes, Global Financial Center, there is an index or a kind of a report which you have to read. So if you see, phase 2 is kind of more, I would say, entertaining when it comes to the phase IFSCA. Why? Because finance, whatever you have understood in phase 1 paper 2, that can be copied forward to phase 2 as well, and certain topics like bullion and spot market you can do additionally. You also have pension funds, insurance, but these are small subjects, these are not that much big. And yes, certain information related to IFSC Act, gift city are also important for you. Okay, so my friends, again, this is again a screenshot which shows you that how you can go and see the stuff on the IFSCA website. So thank you for watching this video, my friends, and I have covered all the syllabus, decoded syllabus of the IFSC Grade A. Now if you want to purchase the courses of EduTap for your IFSC Grade A journey, then definitely you can come on our website. You can go on the courses of IFSCA. In the IFSCA, click on single tab. You can see that currently we have full video course for phase 2 and for phase 1 as well. I think the best one is phase 1 plus phase 2 full video course, because this particular course will make you ready for phase 1 as well and phase 2 as well. right? And if you want to check our, I would say what, free material, then you can definitely subscribe to IFSC Grade A 15-day starter pack. So this is all about my courses, my friend, and currently we are offering heavy discounts which you can check on our website only. The website is edutab.in, and if you want to get some more information, you can call us on 81462 07241. So that's it, my friend. Have a good day ahead.